Okay, so I'm sitting on the porch, right, and I'm thinking to myself, how come black people don't gauge their ears more, like, bigger? You know what I'm saying? Like, make them bigger. I said that wrong. You're not supposed to. Like, why not? Like, mine ain't so bad. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna tell you about my shit, so maybe you want to do it. Cause I see black people that be doing it, but it's always like smaller than like a pencil. You know what I'm saying? It's always small. But like, look at me, I'm super huge. Join me. It's awesome. Your earrings are better and nicer, and you can see more of the earring because it's huge. Okay, anyway, so, oh shit, you don't want to lose this motherfucker though. When I started, it was like 6 years ago. Well, coming up on 7 years, but actually, it's actually been the 7th year anniversary on my birthday because I first started on my birthday. So it's like the 7th year officially starting, and still not done. But it takes a long time. So you know, it's like it's gonna be a journey. Oh, what I'm doing right now is I'm massaging my earlobe with my good old right here, original Shay. Awesome. Some people like the natural or the raw or whatever. You know, you just gotta find some shit that works for you. I'm gonna cover that later. But anyway, when I first started off, I wanted to do it because I heard about this tribe in Africa, and they did it. It was more like a status symbol, and it was like I was in the military, and I was so used to having like some kind of rank or something, because you know you wear your rank on your sleeve, so everybody knows that you're like a petty officer or you're a chief, or they know that you're the shit just from looking at your uniform. And that was the shit having that shit going on, man. I love that. So I decided, you know, in civilian world, there's really not anything like that besides like cars or houses or, you know, just throwing around money or jewelry. And I love jewelry, and jewelry really caught my eye, but I don't want to be wearing them stupid dumbass chains or them big ass fucking clearly probably not real diamonds, you know, and I just thought that shit was tacky. So I was trying to come up with something that I liked that wasn't tacky. And I settled on, you know, just looking at different kind of jewelry, and then I remember the African tribes that I had seen, and I'm like, oh shit, that's perfect. So then it started making me want to do it. So I started off on my 18th birthday when I could finally, well, not on my 18th birthday, but shit, how old was I? I was like 21. It was my 21st birthday. I'm tripping. I'm, you know. Anyway, so on my 21st birthday, I took my ass inside a little piercing parlor, and I'm like, alright, so let me hook these bitches up. Hold on, here go my grandma. Okay. My hot dog is ready. But anyway, so I went in there and I'm like, alright, so let me get started. So I did, and in the beginning I skipped sizes, and even in the beginning, even though the gap is like much smaller, it's still not okay to skip sizes. I know that now. I didn't know that then. So I went up till I got to a 0 in like less than a month, which you're supposed to wait like a month between stretching sizes. So there's no way I should have been there. So anyway, I found out after I got to a double 0, I decided to make the gap to the next size, and then I blew my ear out the first time, because after you get from a double 0, the gaps are much larger. You're going up at least a millimeter at a time. You should be going up like 1 millimeter at a time after that, which sounds really small, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So, especially when you know, working with like skin and shit. Like, let me see if I got something that's like a millimeter. Okay. Yeah. Like, the width of my ring is almost how much you're going up. It might be a bit, it might be a bit smaller. Well, the ring might be like a bit bigger than the actual size, but it's like to give you an idea. I mean, yeah, it's serious jump. So, anyway, I blew my ear out the first time. What that means is you put the earring in, and it's so tight around the inner part. It's like squeezing so tight around the inner part that like your skin is like just trying to get some blood. Like your body's trying to get some blood to that skin. Because it's like anytime you pinch your blood vessels, how your shit falls asleep. It's like the same thing. So it's like, damn, I gotta get some blood on that skin or else it's gonna fall off. So it just like starts turning. Usually, mine flip out to the back because I put my earrings in front to back. Whichever way you put your earrings in, that's usually the way it turns. So if you're gonna do this, know that there's a possibility that you could get a blowout. Just in case you do make a mistake, if I were you, I would put them in front to back so you don't have that shit sticking out the front. Word to the wise. I'm saying. So anyway, I had the first blowout, and then I didn't really want to size down. They tell you you're supposed to size down when you have a blowout, so you can let it heal properly, and then wait like extra long before you size back up. Fuck that, because I was impatient and in a hurry, and I'm like, no, because I'm thinking to myself, every size besides, because like I think all the way up to like a 00 is like the baby sizes. Like, theoretically, you would be working with those sizes like until you get to like adulthood, and then you go to 00 from adulthood, and then from adulthood that shit really counts. So I was just trying to run through them parts, and that's basically what I did. But then, after you get past that, then you got to really be careful. And I'm like, shit, that was still easy to run through those parts, so I'm trying to run through up here too, and it's like, didn't work. And then the second one I got this ear, I had made a mistake and bought some earrings of a different shape, some square ones, not realizing that the distance like this is a lot greater than the distance like that, even though the earring is measured the same size. So I put it in, and it was made of silicone. I put it in, and it just boom. And I'm like, oh shit, but I couldn't get it back out. And over time, my ear would stretch, and like I could feel it tearing almost. It's almost like it's itchy on the inside. Like, it's like almost I can feel like the skin like tearing a little bit. And that's not a good sign. So if that ever happens, catch it right then, because if you don't, it will rip. And that's what happened to me. My fucking ear ripped. Like, I held it up like this, and you could see a little slice in my fucking shit. It was awful. Horribly, awfully painful. And then I had to get the fucking earring out because silicone is porous, and it will stick inside your ears if you do not get it out or oil it properly. Ouch! That's all I'm going to say. Got it. Yeah. So don't do that. That's the one time I actually did size down like I'm supposed to, and it still turned out fucked up because I had fucking dramatic ass injury. And then recently, I'm on my third rip, y'all. Hold on, let me put this earring back in. Well, actually, let me leave it out. You're supposed to, like, when you get to like the big sizes, actually at any size, a lot of people say, but I think especially when you get to the big sizes, it's really, really important that you take your earrings out a little bit every day, or you can leave them out overnight after a certain size because they won't close up that much. And, you really gotta use this. Or whatever oil, like emu oil is excellent. I love emu oil. I tried that, the first thing I ever tried, and it was perfect. I have no complaints. This is my second thing I'm trying because emu oil is kind of hard to get hold of. You have to order it off the internet right now. I don't have a card to do that, so I need to come up with something else. And I was in Atlanta, and they had like some kind of music festival where they had a ass ton of just natural shea butter laying around trying to sell it, hawking to people. And I'm like, okay, let me research this shit, and it's super awesome, so I got me some of this. Because this shit, I don't know about that raw shit. They say, like, the raw shit's really good for you. Organic and raw is the same thing to me. But this actually has, like, some, like, added coconut oil in it. And through my past experience with, like, lotions, coconut oil lotions and shit, my skin responds really well to that. So this is an oil blend that I feel like is going to benefit me more than just the natural shea butter by itself. But you got to find what works for you. I wish I had some emu oil so I could put it in that, and then I have like a mega combo. I keep hearing a lot about jojoba oil, or jojoba oil, or however the fuck you want to say that shit. I'm not crazy about it because it smells funny after a while. I don't like that. What else? Yeah, I was going to show you my newest blowout, which is actually really well healed. Thanks to this. Every time I get a blowout, I never downsize, except for that one time when I actually ripped my ear, and as soon as the motherfucking ear had skin on it enough to stretch or to go on the earring, I stuck my earring in. Because I believe in this. I want to be the size I want to be, and if I hurt myself, then okay. It's sort of like a rite of passage anyway. Originally is the way it started, so if it hurts, so be it. If it doesn't, alright. Because when I stretch this one didn't hurt at all. But this one had a complete fucking meltdown. Hey, that's just how it is, I guess. But I can get close. Can you fucking see that shit? And there it is. You can kind of see the scar, the little dot. But as long as you take care of the shit, it's actually not that bad. They say it makes it harder to stretch and all that other shit. It probably does. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, because I mean, shit, I was doing it wrong the whole time. Fuck, don't look at me. But, like I said, when I be stretching it, I do dead stretches. I don't like tapers at all, because I feel like that's a big liability to have a pointy thing dangling right here in this area, to get caught on things, to poke, stab. Hell no. And I'm not putting it in going this way so I can have a motherfucker all up. No, fuck that shit. I don't know, I believe in dead stretching. Just find something that's, like, I call them half sizes. Like, most of the little sizes, like, if you get a size chart, you got, like, eighths and fourths and shit, and then you got, like, sixteenths, and it's, like, some two-digit number over 16. I call those, like, the half sizes. I don't know if that's a proper term, but I call them half sizes. Make sure you go to the half size before you go to the full size, or, like, go in order. Find one that chart that's got all that shit, and follow that chart right. I didn't. And I have kind of uglyish earlobes because of it. I don't give a shit because, like I said, when they're on the jewelry, you can't even tell at all. Like, I can't tell. Fuck. They look like everybody else's shit to me. So, I don't know. But seriously, you should follow that. Like, I kind of wish I had, because, first of all, I would have saved myself a lot of pain. Even though I kind of don't mind the pain, if it's avoidable, that's kind of awesome too. If I can go a rite of passage with almost no effort. But, I mean, it's supposed to be some kind of effort involved. It's supposed to be hard, because it's a rite of passage. I had to earn my rank all the way up to where I'm at now. And I'm going to an inch. So, I just stretched these like a month ago, so I'm not even close to going up. But when I do go up, I'm going to make sure I make a video of that so I can document how long it's going to take me to get that shit together. Because I like to stretch using silicone, which in the ear stretching world is like dubbed like, you know, one of the 7 deadly sins, basically. And it works for me. I think there's a certain way to do it. It's not maybe as easy to care for as doing other methods, but to me, it makes the most sense. It's a modified form of dead stretching the way I do it. But it just makes it easier to get the earring in. It is a lot of work though. It's a big pain in the ass to stretch silicone, because you gotta keep it greased up. I use vitamin E oil because vitamin E oil is super oily. Cover it in that shit and put it in there. Let it sit for like a couple hours, like every couple hours, or maybe once every hour if I really feel it. I'll just like take it out, oil it back up, and put it back in. And yeah, that shit can irritate your ears. Maybe. Not mine. Because I'm the kind of one that takes my earrings out and leaves them out for a little while anyway. So I just oil them up real good, or like let the motherfucker soak in some oil. Because it's porous, it'll absorb shit. So obviously if it's porous and it absorbs shit, if you put something slick in it to absorb, it's going to be slick for a while. And one of the main complaints is that it's porous, so your ear grows into the shit. Not if it's exuding lubricant and you gotta turn it. You gotta really, really turn them. I only wear naturals because the metal shit makes my ear smell gross, and some types of metal make my ear kind of puffy and itchy and red and annoyed. And like, metal is a foreign, like, originally when this shit started, they didn't have surgical steel, they didn't have high grade titanium, they didn't have no shit like that, okay? They had pieces of rock. They had stone that they could carve, wood that they could carve, bone and horn they could carve. Like, anything that was, like, hanging around that was the right shape. That's all they had to use. And this has been going on way before that shit was invented. So how come now you have to have this shit or you're doing something wrong? That doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, I want my freaking hot dog. It's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna go get my freaking hot dog. You guys make a response or criticize me or do whatever the fuck you want to do.